Welcome to a very special episode of the Real Talk Podcast. These are Real Talk interviews. We're joined here by the lovely Sam. You want to introduce yourself? What's your name?
My name is Sam. You can call me Sam. I'm a filmmaker in quotation marks.
Okay.
I went to school with Matt here.
Yep.
Sometimes I do musical mashups. You can find them on the internet. And other than that, I'm quite boring.
Okay, good first guest.
I
Thanks.
disagree, personally. But you know what, Sam? Glad to have you on the podcast, man.
I feel like you might have a bias, Matt.
Thanks,
but
thanks,
I,
Matt.
I
Thanks,
appreciate
Neves.
my humor is just broken, but I'm okay with that because you make me laugh, Sam.
I appreciate that.
Well, yeah. So, this is the first of many to come. We're going to have some sporadic interviews, a little bit longer if you guys want to watch this banter for a little bit longer. Sam, that's your cue.
By the way, just while you're here, be sure to like the video, maybe comment on the video, and subscribe to the Real Talk Podcast channel, or else.
Or I'll make you work out with me. And you won't.
Don't work out with Josh. You will die. You will lose your arms, and you will regret every minute of it.
And also, don't forget to check out our Instagram where we have some shorter clips, some shorter, funnier, bite-sized clips. And if you want to support the channel, check out our Patreon. That way we can all pay off our student loans. All right?
Oh, yeah.
So, Neves, I'll let you take the lead because you know Sam way better than me, and I'll chime in.
Of course. So, Sam, talking about just overall the movies based on video games. Your passion for video games. Let's go into that.
Okay, so unfortunately, God made me a gamer, which means that I will never know what love is. But Among Us is pretty fun.
Oh my God. This is after a rough start. We're not even a minute in and we're already making Among Us jokes.
It's
Dude,
all
I'm
downhill from
I'm
here,
going back to Waterloo.
baby.
Oh, man.
But no, this is something me and Matt have talked about. I have this bizarre fascination with video game movies or just video game adaptations in general.
Yeah, I was never really a video game. Like, I play video games every now and then. I mostly play the Arkham series. If you've watched our videos, you can tell that I play Batman games a lot. But I would never. I'd watch like maybe a few video game movies in the past, and then I was like, yeah, these are all crap. So I just kind of gave up on video game movies. But I will definitely be checking out the Mario movie.
I will also, unfortunately, be checking out the Mario movie. See, the weird thing is the upcoming Mario movie by Illumination clearly has a lot more promise than a lot of video game movies. But even from like this far away, I can tell like it's gonna be rough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't really looked that deep into it myself, so I don't know anything about what's going on in production. All I know is that Chris Pratt is for some reason playing Mario.
That's the big sticking point.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like it's going to be mediocre at best, and then it does have the potential to be a shit show. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it for the sake of like laughing at it.
Speaking of laughing at it, have you ever watched the original Mario Brothers movie from 19...
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
That was a classic.
It's Mario, and Luigi Mario.
Luigi Mario.
that the one thing that movie got right was the casting of Mario and Luigi. I think Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo were perfect for Mario. Like, I can't think of anyone else in live action. Everything else is a trash fire.
Oh, I know who could be
Yeah.
Mario. Neves would definitely agree with me. DeVito.
DeVito?
Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito is Mario.
Hey, I'm Mario.
You know what? I have a soft spot for DeVito, so I would agree on that tw
Yeah, I'd cast Shogun. What's up, Bollywood fans?
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies.
It's okay.
I kind of feel like we should have actually scripted this a little bit more. 'Cause now we're just moving on.
We're in the thick of it now. We just got to keep going.
Gotta keep on going, Josh.
So what's your experience with movies? Like, were you always just a movie guy? Because you said you majored in film.
Yeah, bachelor's of film and television.
Nice.
I've liked films since I was a wee little lad.
A young one.
Yeah, my first distinct memory of like falling in love with movies. Actually, I can't tell which one of these comes before the other, so I'll just say both of them.
Go for it.
Was the first time I watched Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's.
Yeah.
I was in a hotel at a wedding for people who I don't remember, and a babysitter was looking after us, and I wanted to watch the new Harry Potter movie, but we went up to the front desk and they said, we don't have that. We do have Spider-Man on VHS. And so we took that back to the hotel room I was staying at, and I was enraptured. I loved everything about that movie.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And what's the second one?
The second one was when my dad bought the Indiana Jones trilogy on DVD.
Ah.
I was very
classics.
young for those movies, probably too young.
Yeah.
But I was the exact right age to remember having to jump behind the sofa for the scary scenes. The ending of Raiders of the Lost Ark is
Kind of intense for a kid.
yeah.
How old were you?
I want to say I was like 4 or 5.
Oh, I was
Damn.
picturing you at like 7 or 8. I was like, that's all right. That's all right.
Nope.
Nope. That's
Jeez.
I was still watching Treehouse TV. I was still watching The Backyardigans.
So was I.
Yeah.
You
Makes
just
it a
also
little-
watched Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah.
It's funny that you mentioned Spider-Man because actually recently I was on Disney Plus to watch Obi-Wan, and I saw that they finally added the original Sam Raimi trilogy, and I got all hyped. I was like, oh my god! I was like, I'm gonna watch Spider-Man tonight. I didn't. I ended up watching
yeah.
The Boys, but go figure.
That's awesome. Yeah, starting off with the Spider-Man films.
Mm,
Oh my gosh.
They're fantastic movies.
Yeah.
absolutely. Even the third one. I will defend the third one.
Same.
Agreed.
I'll take that
you're on the
over
real
Andrew
top.
Garfield and Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, personally.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's kind of also the reason I have a hard time like judging the newest No Way Home like from a critical sorry, bump the mic.
No, it's okay, man.
From
I
a
do that all the
critical
time.
objective standpoint, because like I can watch the movie and be like, yeah, there's a lot of issues. Like I'm not a fan of what they did here. I'm not a fan of what they did here. But also the 5-year-old in me saw my Spider-Man again, and he went,
Yeah.
"Whoa!"
Same here.
So
Yeah.
don't trust my opinion on that movie.
Sometimes nostalgia hits, man, and sometimes Super Mario Bros.
Sometimes Super Mario Brothers starring Bob Hoskins.
Indeed. So, question then: can we consider the Spider-Man movies or any superhero movie a video game movie? Because there are lots of video games based on superheroes, and there was Spider-Man 2, the movie, the game. I mean, I don't know if there was a Spider-Man 1 game. I know that they made Batman movies based on the films. The most recent, like there was an Avenger game that came out. They're always
yeah.
tie-in movies. I remember playing the Iron Man game on my Wii when I was a little kid. Never figured out.
I don't think you. I think that's definitely stretching it. A bit,
I agree.
But the topic of video game adaptations of popular movies is also something I find really interesting because a lot of them were just like, I'll be blunt, they were shat out by studios that were looking to make a quick buck. But every now and then you would have one where like the studio is like clearly has a lot of ambition towards it. I think a great example is Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Which was an open world game
Yeah.
with a really interesting swinging mechanic. There was an airplane. It's quite loud. Don't know if the mics can pick that up, but
So
Christian's doing like a.
I forgot to
You know what I
mention,
mean?
we're in the great outdoors
Yes.
of Matthew's backyard.
we haven't
Yes,
even,
we
yeah,
are.
we haven't even acknowledged that.
No, yeah. I mean,
There's a
pretty chill.
tree.
There's a tree. There's a big tree. There's a fireplace. And there's nature.
Nature.
Nature rules.
Beautiful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, video tie-in games, they definitely are a cash grab in my opinion, because that was the thing with like the Batman games, the original Batman Arkham Asylum game was made because they were trying to rush out a game to tie into the Dark Knight.
Not entirely true.
Not entirely true, really.
Yeah, see, that's an interesting case because there was a video game adaptation of the first Batman
Yeah.
Begins movie. And for a while, there was a studio working on a Dark Knight, like an official Dark Knight tie-in game. But there was also this other studio called Rocksteady
Yeah.
that was working on a different game. And when Warner Brothers wasn't happy with how the Dark Knight tie-in was coming
that's why
along, they approached Rocksteady and be like, hey, do you want to give it a shot? We want something out by the time Dark Knight comes. And they were like, yeah, okay. And that's how we got the Arkham trilogy, or
Quadrilogy.
Quadrilogy.
I will defend Arkham Origins till my heart.
There's a
goes
lot
out.
of people who will.
Yeah, especially nowadays, I'm seeing a lot more people defending Arkham Origins. I remember before I even played the games when Arkham Origins had first come out, or no, Arkham Knight had first come out, and this was back like 2015. So I was in I was at church, and I was doing the audio for the kids service. Yeah, I did audio stuff, guys. Look at me.
And yet you don't know what a amplifier
What an
is.
amplifier is, yeah. They were like, "Yo, go get the amp." I was like, "Homeboy, I don't know what the fucking amp is."
It all goes down here from here.
But
Jess.
I remember asking him like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so he's like, yeah, the new Arkham game. I can't wait for it." And I'm like, "Yeah, did you play Arkham Origins?" He's like, "Don't even talk to me. Arkham Origins was so bad." And just that opinion, and then it just seemed like everybody disliked it. Honest trailers were like, "We're never making an Arkham Origins trailer," and I was like, "Is it really that bad?" And then I got it, and I played it. I was like, "It's not amazing compared to the other two, but it's still an enjoyable game."
Yeah. I actually just recently, like about a month or two ago, replayed all the Arkham games.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I'm still not huge on Arkham Origins, but it is not as bad as like X number of people will try and tell you it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there are also worse things to play.
Mm.
There are way worse things to play.
Yeah.
Like, what would you consider, Sam, like the worst video game movie out of all of them? Which is like really, really hard because there isn't much good from.
Can I just say Uwe Boll and leave it there?
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
What's that?
Uwe Boll. So,
Oh boy.
This is
Uwe
awesome.
Boll is a very infamous German director who made a lot, and I mean a lot, of video game movies.
Oh, I think I saw a video on this guy.
And this dude has been very open about the fact that like he didn't give a shit about almost any of the movies he made.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
made them specifically because of a German tax loophole, which meant that like even if the movie flopped, you still got a ton of money.
Yeah, yeah.
So this dude has made movies based on shit like Blood Rain. He made a Far Cry movie.
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, he made a Far Cry movie, and
Oh.
you haven't heard of it because it's crap. Don't watch it.
Did he also make the, did he make the Mortal Kombat movies?
No,
Oh.
that was Paul W.S. Anderson,
Yeah.
Okay.
director of Alien vs. Predator.
Yes.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, because that video, I watched that video a lot like, before I fucking graduated. Was when I watched this video on why video game movies suck, and they mentioned like there's this German guy and there's something with taxes. He was just in it for the money, and he was not even trying to hide it. And I was like, oh, that's pretty shitty of you, but go off. I mean, everybody got to hustle. I get it.
And Uwe Boll is something.
He's not great.
No.
Do you know about the Postal 2 Kickstarter?
He's not. No,
What is
he's
that?
gonna make another
no,
one.
No, he's not. This
Okay.
was a few years back where I guess of all the video game movies he did a movie based on the game Postal, or specifically Postal 2, which is one that he did give a shit about.
Okay.
And you can tell because it's the best Uwe Boll film.
Is
It's-
it a good film?
No.
No.
No, but it's the best.
But it's the best Uwe Boll. There's like
Best of the worst.
There's
Yes.
like occasionally some moments in it where it's like, okay, I see what you were going for, and like there's the occasional joke that'll work if you're into the sort of like debased, raunchy, like offensive as hell type of humor that Postal is.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the one movie Uwe Boll likes that he did put effort into. And so a while back, he launched a Kickstarter and said, hey, I want to make a second Postal movie. And it got 1/4 of the way to its funding goal. And then he made a very angry video on YouTube where he complained about how there's no originality in Hollywood. He's like, go watch fucking Avengers 5 or whatever the fuck. I've got enough money to live comfortably for the rest of my life. I don't need it.
What the hell? Beggars can't be choosers.
Yes.
Back off, Uwe. What's this guy's name?
Uwe Boll.
Uwe Boll?
Yeah.
Be careful
That
because
sounds like a candy.
one of the things he's also known for
Yep.
is challenging critics to boxing matches.
I'll fight you. I don't
Yeah.
care.
Only one critic ever actually took him up on the offer, and he won.
Uwe
Well,
Boll
yeah,
won?
because like
Yeah.
I'm assuming the critic was like, yeah, this is a joke, right? And then Uwe Boll was like, no, I've been training for months.
Bro,
And he's
I'll
like,
have a
"Huh?"
Rocky 4 montage up my ass.
No,
Like,
yeah.
I'll be ready, dude. I fucking know how to fight. I'll beat your ass.
No, it won't be like Rocky and Drago. It'll be like Rocky and Glass Joe from Punch Out.
Okay,
right?
fine.
Like straight
Uwe
up.
Boll. It has to be MMA because I'm pretty good at grappling.
MMA, man.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'll watch that. I
Yeah.
believe in you.
I
I'm
believe in
kidding,
too, Josh.
and I have nothing against you. I think it's fine if you're just hustling like that. I would probably do it.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
appreciate the
You gotta make
honesty
your bag.
at the very least.
It's more the attitude, and you can tell how easily he gets mad.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
it's an 8-year-old attitude, like his Letterboxd reviews, which were taken down. You know Letterboxd, right?
Yeah, I know what a
So he had a
letterbox.
Letterboxd account where this guy just straight up just made the weirdest reviews. It's like 5 stars and some like horny comment, and that's the review. And people are like, "Oh my God, Uwe Boll, that's so cool!" And then he got taken down because he was saying a lot of offensive stuff.
I'll never forget his beautiful review of Free Guy.
What did he say?
Ryan Reynolds tries to appeal to my 15-year-old son who is addicted to Fortnite like crack. Fuck you.
Never mind, I don't want to fight this guy. This guy seems like the kind of guy that would fling poo at me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't want to talk to those kind of people.
it's
It's because of people like that that I lock my door at night.
Honestly, there's enough like Uwe Boll shit and like stories I could tell about Uwe Boll to fill up like 2-hour-long podcasts.
Yeah.
But like I feel like maybe we should move on from Uwe because there's so many beautiful things to talk about.
What?
like other video
Imagine,
game movies.
yeah, but imagine if we did have like a boxing match where like I did challenge him, I accepted the offer, and we had
Yeah.
imagine what that would do for our channel.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, dude.
That'd be
Dude.
amazing. We'd have to get merch. We'd have to like sell it and be like,
It would be
real
like
talk
Pauly,
boxing, man.
like Pauly and
I'll be
Rocky
Pauly.
III. It's like, go get him, Rock. You got this. Remember when I said I want to be like you? I'll take it back.
It's like I see 3 of them. Hit the one in the middle. Sorry. We're going Pauly quotes with his cigar.
It's not a Real Talk podcast unless there's like Rocky references just like sprinkled throughout the whole thing.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
true. You are our biggest fan. You've seen almost
Yes.
every episode.
I have.
and we love you.
Yes.
Oh.
We love you,
Like,
dude.
we
I
really
love you.
appreciate that.
Yeah, I haven't. You told me to save this for the podcast, but it is just insanely surreal being here.
Oh, yeah,
seeing you because like you're the closest thing to like a cool celebrity that I've met.
Yeah, man.
Like, oh my god, Matt isn't quite there just because like
No.
I know him. It's
Yeah.
normal.
Holy shit.
I'm just kind of there.
I'm
yeah.
cool.
But you're new. You're cool.
Oh, wow.
man.
He's mysterious.
Matt, exactly. Matt showed me the set you have downstairs, and it like
yeah?
it was so surreal seeing the other side
Yeah.
of the couches, because like no, there's just the 2 couches,
Oh, yeah.
and then there's like the empty void. behind
Yeah,
the
I feel
couch.
that. I remember like seeing videos of like YouTubers showing off their house, and I'm like, no. You live in like one room where you have all your stuff,
Yeah.
and that's it. No, you don't have a
Exactly.
life. You don't exist out of this thing. But I am indeed a real person. Get out of here.
He is real.
The
We do
mosquitoes have
bugs.
finally started. The mosquitoes
okay.
are finally here.
Don't worry. They listen to the podcast
We either
too.
had to choose between the sunlight messing up our lighting or flies. And
Flies.
I think we made the bad choice.
mm,
Gonna come out of here bumpy.
Oh, this is fine. I'm like my grandmother lives in the middle of absolutely nowhere. Like I'm talking like deep woods.
Oh.
Like I have never been bitten by mosquitoes like I have up there.
Oh, yeah.
Like it is like you step outside for 10 seconds and there are 20 of them just swarming you.
They're waiting. They're vultures.
So this is fine.
Oh my gosh. I think going a little off topic. I don't think Josh knows about Review Folk.
Review folk.
How's that?
We're gonna plug this in.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh shit, we're gonna talk about
We have a
Review Folk.
sponsor?
Yeah.
Not yet. Not yet.
Review folk isn't exactly very liquid right now, but
What is Review Folk?
Review Folk is a channel that me and a bunch of college friends started at the beginning of first year in BFTV.
Yeah.
Where with the singular goal of whatever.
Yeah.
Um,
How many videos did you guys put up?
We put up a lot of them. Some
Oh,
of
really?
them, some of them are unlisted now.
Yeah.
But there's a handful that like got pretty decent number. I think the biggest one we have is still the video where we remade the entirety of Star Wars in one day.
That's yeah.
How many views?
I think it's got like 2,000.
Jesus.
Around that time, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
fucking
Like,
solid.
Mark Hamill liked the link to it, so
Yeah.
that was nice.
Dude, how did you not? Were you part of this? Neves?
I was not a part of this. That's how I found out about you and a few other people from our program.
Call me a celebrity. What the hell? I have like we have like our most popular video is like 600 views right now.
Oh yeah, but
600 is nothing to scoff at. Absolutely. Like that's a lot by even review folks, I say that one has like 2,000 views. The rest of them are like, that's 100, that's 50. It's around there.
Around that time.
All right, I'll give you the 20 later.
But like, there's different eras of review folk, Sam, that I think need to be addressed.
Oh God.
I think you know where I'm going.
Do I go through the whole? I'll start with Grill Dad. Why not?
Okay,
What's
yes.
Girl Dad?
Grill Dad
All right.
was a character I played where I filmed it with my friend Andrew and Carson, and my friend Andrew said, "Do something funny at the barbecue,"
That's what he
and I
said.
said. It was along those lines of like, be over there and be like a Grill Dad.
Oh my
And
god.
I was like, yeah, no, I've got the image burned into my brain. I got it now.
Okay.
And he just turns the camera around at me and he just says, "Go." And I went. I think I sort of blacked out and let like the spirit of Grill Dad overtake me.
Oh my god.
Uh,
I had an out-of-body experience.
Absolutely.
So Grill Dad.
Method.
Yeah, I just sort of went straight into, ooh, ooh, ooh. Boy, howdy, how's it going, buddy? You see the football game last night? Remember when they threw the ball over to the scooter, Dan? Oh, dang! It was just that,
Yeah.
and I kept going. And it ended with the Gulf War and the badly recited lyrics to the Black Parade.
Oh yeah.
I feel like I just wanted to mention that out of the gate because like whenever anyone knows anything from review folk, they always look at me and go like, "You're Grill Dad," and I go, "Yeah."
It would have been wild if you came in the front door. I was like, dude, you're Grill Dad.
Oh my god.
Legit, that happened to me at a party once.
Like, I'll just be like,
That's
hey, how
amazing.
you
Like,
doing,
I-
pal?
I was just walked in and some girl who I'd never seen kind of like, "Grill Dad." And I was like, "Okay."
Could you sign my grill? Just say Grill Dad on it.
We're
but-
starting a religion.
Oh yeah.
But it was there was a lot of videos like that where it was just like comedy sketches we threw off the top of our heads.
Oh, that's wild. That's great.
But then there was a funny thing that happened near the beginning of 2020,
Yeah.
around March. It was this little thing. It was called the Corona virus. Anyway, we didn't go anywhere and didn't do anything. So now I have to talk about the Barnyard saga.
Oh my god.
What the hell? What is this, an anime I'm watching? This arc and this arc and this arc.
The barn, yes. So it wasn't supposed to be anything. I was at work and I heard, and I was looking at the movie Barnyard on Letterboxd just because I was curious, like, what do my friends rate Barnyard? And I was looking at the poster and suddenly this song came on the radio, and for some reason, the combination of that song with Otis's face from the poster made me giggle to myself, and so I made a 10-second video that was just music building up, and as soon as like it dropped, just Otis's from Barnyard's face. And I thought that was funny, but I didn't tell anyone I was going to upload it to review folk. And as soon as I did, people started asking like, "Hey, who uploaded this?"
Yeah.
Like, I'm not mad or anything, but who did it? And I immediately thought, wouldn't it be funny if I didn't tell anyone it was me?
It was me, Barry.
And so I thought, well, now I have, how far can I take this? And so I made a second video
Lovely.
themed around Barnyard that included more members of the review folk. And similar response to that one, but a bit more baffled, like, okay, what's going on? Why, who's doing this? I didn't say you could do this. What's going on? And I thought, I have to take this further.
I like this.
And so the next video I made was made deliberately to be sort of threatening. The video, the title of the video is "Blood Will Spill." And it involves footage from the movie Barnyard
Oh my god.
tinted red. Meanwhile, I took the vocal track from the song "The Boys Are Back in Town," and there's a lyric in there where they go, "Blood will spill," and I just cut that out, and I just repeated that, "Blood will spill," like over the red footage of the Barnyard.
You know what? When I get married, you're making my wedding video. I want it to be Blood Will Spill Part 2.
That's a bad idea, but I do approve.
But my parents are gonna be like, what the fuck is this?
But
Oh my gosh.
the one thing that was special about Blood Will Spill was in the description of the video was a link to another video that was unlisted on the channel, which started with some deepened backwards audio and a voiceover narration. I got a friend of mine from back home who no one else in the college knew. I got him to do some narration for just like, you don't know me, but I know you. It's been too long since you played the game, review folk. You will play again. And it was beautiful because now I've got everybody. Now everyone knows that something fucky's going on.
Something fucky. That's going on my body.
Oh yeah.
That's my next tattoo.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And then I want to say it was another month or two before the next video called Top 7 Things You Missed in Barnyard, where I made it as bizarre as I could. Top 7 things, like, I think number 6 is the film takes place in an alternate universe where fucking George Bush was never elected president. Also, the animals talk.
Yes.
And same deal with that one is there's a second video with some narration, creepy stuff. There's a code at the beginning that nobody decoded, and I'm very happy about that. And then it just kept escalating where I'm like, I started building out this bizarre ARG with like these codes and these different like narrations and stuff, building up this bizarre story about someone who is uploading these videos to review folk for some unknown reason.
Bro, if that happened to me, like, I wouldn't be able to sleep at night. I would think Anonymous Group is coming for me.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I would shut down the channel. I'd be like, yo, we got hacked. Like, remember when you got hacked? Crypto?
Crypto
We
Neves.
were like, secure the podcast!
yeah, because Christian was like, "Oh, get him out of the
And then what was
group
it? I think you sent a message from the podcast Instagram to me that said, help me. And I was like, guys,
As a joke, Christian messaged like, "Help me," and I'm
batten
like,
down the hatches. We need 2-factor authentication. Protect the podcast, guys.
I remember. I remember during the Crypto Neves arc.
Yeah.
I thought,
Yep.
wouldn't it be funny if I just annoyed the person off the platform? So I sent them the
God.
same picture over and over and over and over again. The picture I showed you.
You showed me, yeah.
I sent them that like I want to say like 20, 30 times, and then they sent me a different same photo over and over again.
"Yeah,
Did you become buddies with his hacker?
No,
this was not a buddy.
This
thing,
was not a
no,
buddy thing.
no."
I will not say explicitly what. No, I will. They sent me a photo of a man performing fellatio on another man, just on repeat for about 30 times.
Yep.
That's not cool.
That wasn't very funny.
Yeah, you said that to me, and when I got my account back, I was like, "Is it real?" I clicked it. I was like, "Oh!" So I was like, "Sam, I'm gonna delete this,
Appreciate
all
it.
of it." Yep. Clean slate. Clean slate.
Can you tell me that you have... Do you have 2-factor authentication on your Instagram? Because I think
No.
you just made yourself a target. So I think when this is over, you should probably put that on.
Maybe I should clarify. I don't think there's anything wrong with man performing fellatio on another man. I think that's fine. I just don't want pictures of it sent to me all
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah, I don't think any of this came off as like that. But
No.
It's just like, yo, ayo, what the fuck
Like,
is this?
hey, I was sending a picture of a nice picture, and
I was
you
sending
just,
a cool lady in a big cat outfit.
yeah.
And
Why'd
you
gotta
took
do
this a little too far.
that? Not cool, Crypto Neves.
But
Yeah,
speaking of that
crypto.
image, Sam, you're very mysterious, and I love that. I have yet to find out the origin behind that image. All I know from it, and how long have you been doing that, by the way?
Since September.
So what have you been doing? You've been reposting the same picture on your Instagram every day, right?
Not every day, no. Just it used to be every day, but now it's just whenever I feel like it. And occasionally I'll post like a video that I've done with the image, because just for some fun to do.
Yeah.
All this started because our friend Dawn said, "Sam, you have to use Instagram more," and I said,
Yep.
"Okay."
Sorry, I
And
burped.
so here we are.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I'm gonna make one. You're gonna like it, and we did.
Yeah.
Is it good? Man, I don't know anything about the origin behind that image, but the Barnyard arc, holy crap! I knew Don was like really into it.
Don was hardcore on
Holy
that.
shit, man! Like he commented on the videos and stuff, and he was like,
He's like-
"I think I know what it is. Here's a 5-paragraph essay."
Wait,
Here's-
really?
Yeah, he like decoded everything. He's like, okay, here's my interpretation. Here's what I think is going on. And he was like, I was like, damn, he's really good at this.
So is
Yeah.
the podcast going to be the revelation of this mystery image,
Oh,
or are you going
well-
to keep it a mystery?
No. It was on the 1-year anniversary of the original first video upload. I let everyone know that, hey, it was me. There was, in the final video I did, which I think there's, 19. In the 19th video, there is a long series of random letters and numbers, which if you plug those letters and numbers into the right decoder, you'll get an image, which is a screenshot of a bunch of letters which spell out Ilgard, and if you rearrange them, it spells out Grill Dad.
Yep.
This guy is a superhero.
Yes.
This guy's a supervillain. This guy and the Riddler would be best friends. Hey guys,
Oh,
this is the shit. We should make a movie. Grill Dad.
Do you have Josh? You have no idea how many months it took for us to figure this shit out. Who was the first person that found out?
Don.
Okay.
Don messaged me, like, I want to say 2 hours after the final upload went,
Holy shit.
and he just said, "You motherfucker. You son of a bitch. It was you, wasn't it?"
Oh my
And I was like, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "Dilgard. It's Grill Dad. It's you. It has to be you."
That's so fucking funny. I can't believe you actually did that. That's so cool.
That's,
Yeah.
it's a shame that's the coolest thing I'll probably ever do. 10
No.
months.
This guy had an alter ego.
10 months. 10 months I had people on the hook.
That was insane.
Bro, even Batman wouldn't be able to figure that out.
No.
We need to have like an actual detective. Who is this?
He'd be like, "Fuck this, I'm out of Gotham."
There was
Like,
there was one time I scheduled one of the uploads to go live while I was at Don's house, so that like it would go live and he like wouldn't suspect it was me.
Fucking Riddler. No, this is Kira over here.
Literally I sent him a screenshot of like Death Note of like Elle and Kira just staring at the screen and went, "Me and you." Because I watched him like realize like, wait, is that reversed audio in that image? Which was my voice, which I deepened and
Yeah.
reversed. And I heard him like listen to it like, "Do you know who that sounds like?" And I went, "No, I don't. Who could that be?"
What were you saying?
I said, "I am among you and I am lying," which was true because I was a member of Review Folk and I
Yeah.
was lying.
yeah. Review folk. I just. How many people figured it out until like you were like? Because I think I found out, and I had like a Usual Suspects moment where I like dropped my cup of glass and I was like, "Holy, what the? Oh my fucking god!" And Dawn was like, "Did you find out?" And I just yelled out, "Grill Dad!" on a Discord call with him, and he's like, "Yep."
I'm trying to think. I think it might have been just, it was you, Andrew, and Don were the only people who ever found out.
Holy fuck.
That's
That's insane.
That's wild. That's like, man, you need. I don't know. I think you need a hobby or something.
That was my hobby.
I know. I'm not trying to put you down. I'm like, yo, this guy decided. Some people get up in the morning and they're like, I think I might go for a jog. Some people are like, I think I'm gonna cook some. This guy's like, yo, I think I'm gonna start a murder mystery.
I'm gonna start a fucking murder mystery
You're gonna start a
around the
conspiracy.
2007 animated comedy film Barnyard, produced by Nickelodeon, directed by Stephen Oudkirk, starring Kevin James.
Yes.
And I'm gonna create an alter ego. Grill Dad.
Absolutely.
It was all part of the plan.
And the greatest thing about that was right after that whole Barnyard arc, you went into how long was the mashup thing that you were doing? Disc 1 and Disc 2.
So Disc 1, I made a mashup album that premiered the same day as the final video upload. I thought, wouldn't it be funny if or at least interesting, if I took all the songs I used in the Barnyard videos and like made a little mashup thing out of it, which took a lot longer than I thought it would. But I got like half an hour long mashup album called Disc 1, the Ultimate Barnyard mixtape. so that was like about a month and a half on and off work. And then there was such a positive response to the first Mashup album that I thought, maybe I'll do that again.
Yeah.
And so I spent about 3 months, a little more than 3 months,
Wow.
working on Disc 2, which was the second Mashup album I made, which was an hour long. And that was a lot more work than I originally thought it was going to be. Because you think about, like, working on Mashup stuff, and you think it's a lot simpler than it probably is. Sometimes it is, because you'll just put 1 and 2 together and be like, oh, it works. And then sometimes there were some tracks on that where I spent, like, weeks, like, going back to it and be like, does this work? No. Is this working? No. What if I just did it? No. Yeah.
Wow. Because a lot of those tracks, like, it's one of those moments. It reminds me a lot of like Neil Cicerega, where it's just like you heard the song at first and you're just like, okay, yeah. And then you hear the combination of both, and you're like, holy shit, I didn't even think of that. Like something unlocked in my brain because of that. I was like, what the fuck? Like I remember I sent you that song. I forgot it was the Twin Peaks mash. It was like the footage of that.
Oh, yeah, that was Harold's theme by Shoo Shoo and Mr. Brightside by the Killers.
Yes. Holy crap. It sounds amazing. It's like songs like that that just click that I love from that album. Whew.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to send that to you, Josh, because this guy's a music guy, all right? He listens to a ton of stuff, and I feel like Mashups should be another addition to your Spotify playlist.
I'll create a new one.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
But yeah. Remember when we were talking about video game movies?
Remember when this was the Real Talk podcast,
Nah.
real as in film reel?
Yeah. I think it's fine if it's just us letting our hair down and
Yeah.
just talking normally. Kind of like what we did for our April Fool's episode where we just talked about our day.
Oh, yeah, Christian made a cameo in that one.
Yeah, that
as
was-
Josh.
Evidently you didn't watch that one. He was like, I just like the cars.
I just like the cars. Hey, Transformers fans be like, I like
the
cars.
cars.
I like cars.
Chevy Camaros are cool.
Yeah.
They go fast. They go fast. They go beep beep, vroom vroom.
Mm-hmm. And
What's
then
not
they
to
go.
love?
What the
What's
fuck?
your best Transformer sound impression? just when he does that, just edit in the actual sound, but with his mouth going.
Oh, yeah. I'm like that one character in Police Academy. I just make all the noises accurately.
Yeah.
You okay there?
I'm doing great.
Doing great. This guy- it's like, you know that video of the guy? He's like, we go this, we go, ow.
Oh, yeah. They asked him a question. He's like, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
And then he just eats the mic. I love that.
There are a lot of times, I'll let you in on a secret, there are a lot of times when we're filming the actual podcast where I'm looking at the mic and I kind of want to go, but it's not mine, so I won't.
Yeah, don't.
It would be kind of funny though.
Yeah, but we're not doing that. Also, I don't know where this fucking mic's been and who's been spitting on it from talking on it for too long.
Mostly you.
Mostly me, but I don't know if other people are using it, so I'm not trying to be like, la, 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 you know.
Don't be dirty, Josh. Okay, we have a guest.
Don't be a stinky
Sorry.
nasty boy.
Don't
Sorry.
be stinky poo poo. What are we?
What are we talking
I
about?
can't wait to see the quick takes for this episode.
The quick takes are gonna be so good in this
This
one.
quick take's gonna be just like 10.
Oh man.
I'm sorry. I realized we talked a lot about review.
Hey,
folk
no
there.
worries, no
Sorry.
worries.
I love that.
I think we've been
No,
talking for like about 40 minutes-ish now.
You love
I mean,
that. Josh doesn't know what review folk is.
but like-
Hey, I'm into it now. I'm
Yes.
about to go home and fucking put on review folk on my TV and fall asleep watching Grill Dad.
Grill that man.
I can't really do the voice anymore.
Honestly-
something about that is lost to time.
It reminds me
I
of like
like
when
it.
we tried to start a band in first year, but we never ended up going through with it because I was like, all right, I'm acoustic, this guy's electric, we got some singers, we'll start a band, and we never ended up doing it.
Well, it's the one of two things happens in first year. You meet some guys, and you're either let's start a band, or two, let's start a podcast. Clearly, the second one has worked out pretty well.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it
That's
really just started
true.
because we were filming Cupid, and then when I was just
Yeah.
like, Chris, we talked about doing a podcast a few times when we were doing the Cupid, like, what's it called, script reading,
Yeah.
and then on Neves' grandparents' driveway, I just looked at Chris and I was like, podcast? Podcast. And we were all
Podcast.
just like, yeah, calm.
Which is funny because Cupid has still not been released.
It's just gonna be the unseen footage. Like,
It'll get released someday. It's like those films that are like hidden in a vault, and you're gonna watch it in like 30, 40, 50
Like,
years maybe.
The All-American Massacre. That just sprung to my head. Do you remember that?
I think so.
It's a Texas Chainsaw movie
Yes.
was made by the son of the director of the first Texas Chainsaw movie. It's called All American Massacre. That has been filmed, edited, it's done, and it's been in a vault for 20 years.
Jeez.
20 years.
There is no footage available from this thing. All we have is a terrible, like, fan-made poster and the knowledge that, yes, it does exist.
Do you think the film is even good?
Probably not.
You think it's...
If it's been in a vault for 20 years, it's probably not for a great reason.
It's probably in there for a reason.
That's fair. I hope it's slightly better than the most recent one that we
Oh,
watched.
God.
That was bad.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
Yeah.
What movie?
The newest Texas Chainsaw
That's
film.
just.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second.
It's
Oh my
doing.
God.
It did the Halloween thing where it's just called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it is technically a sequel to the very first Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You know,
Awful. I hate it.
with Jurassic World, and just speaking of that film, Jurassic World Dominion, and bringing old characters back and stuff like that, Sam, don't you just kind of hate nostalgia now?
I'm over it. Like, I got the one thing. I got the one thing I wanted back, Spider-Man, and now I'm done. Like, we're obviously like there's. I'm not here to argue the quality of some of these things. Obviously, like Top Gun Maverick, you will sing to high hell and back about. But like at the same time, that is a product of this insane social nostalgia everyone has for older things. It's like, what's new? The old thing. It's back.
It's bad.
This you remember Jurassic Park? They're back. Remember Star Wars? Star Wars Man is back. Don't worry about it.
That's very well put.
Yeah.
You're an eloquent man.
Which I get. Like, movies is business, and old movie make money. What if we bring back old movie?
Oonga boonga.
Oonga boonga. And then the film flops, and then we're all sitting there like, where money? Where money?
Where'd my bananas
Where
go?
bananas?
Banana. Here are your bananas, bro.
Josh has banana socks on.
That's fucking bananas.
Yo! We're going bananas.
It's like Fergie once said, this shit is bananas.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Bananas.
Yes, that's how you spell bananas, Josh.
Okay.
Okay.
Hang on,
It's
I'm
like
gonna do this
Shakira once
outside
said,
for the first
I haven't
time.
paid taxes since 2015.
It's like a man
She
once
actually
said.
didn't, I don't think.
This guy moaned at least this loud. Oh! Your neighbors are gonna hate us.
Josh, for how long have we been doing this fucking podcast?
We've been doing it for a while now, actually.
Why-
Almost a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah.
You motherfucker, now the neighbors are going to be like, well, we had this noise complaint at like this time.
I'm about to get in the car and just book it back to Waterloo. Cut all ties with you guys. What's that?
Straight up.
Do you see my license plate? It's the Waterloo license plate.
This guy.
I'm
Love
gonna
you,
establish
Josh.
my alibi as Grill Dad.
No, that's mine.
Be Grill Son.
Grill son.
Oh, father,
Son.
father,
Son.
father,
Son.
father.
I played God of War recently.
Oh yeah,
That's
the
fun.
newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's pretty good.
yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually never played any of the God of Wars, but I enjoy the lore. The only reason I haven't played it is because I have an Xbox. I've never had a PlayStation.
Lore, you mean Greek mythology?
Yeah. Yeah, you got me there. Is Kratos an actual figure in Greek mythology?
No, he was made for the game.
So yeah, I like Kratos.
He fits surprisingly well into that mythology. And then the newest one is Norse mythology.
Yeah,
which is
yeah, because
really-
he killed everyone from the other mythology.
Yeah. It was kind of funny, though.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
They literally ran out of gods.
One of the things I love about the new God of War is that, first off, it's just called God of War.
Yeah.
And, like, none of the other games are acknowledged. So, like, you start the game, and there's, like, this thing in the back of your head, like, is this a reboot? Is this a sequel? What's going on here? Is this just a reboot?
And it opens up with the sun, right?
Yeah, with Atreus, with Kratos' son Atreus, and like the whole time you're going on this adventure, and the game waits until halfway through before they use it as like a surprise reveal, where all of a sudden Kratos is on a boat and the ghost of a character he killed in God of War 2 shows up.
Oh.
And it's like a mic drop, like, surprise, it is a sequel. It does take place in the continuity.
See, I didn't know. Yeah.
Wow.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's awesome. What the fuck? Like,
Video games are fun.
I respect the hell out of them, like, deciding to hold off on that for
Yeah.
half the game.
No, I wouldn't. I didn't realize that it was such a big deal that no one thought it was going to be a sequel or if it was just a reboot. Like, that's news to me.
There was a lot of confusion leading up to it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know. I just knew that there were a lot of things like, yeah, Kratos looks badass with a full beard. You know, Dad bod, and I was just like,
yeah.
I really wish I had a PlayStation.
Damn.
Read it, boy.
And to bring this back, apparently Amazon is doing a God of War show.
I have my worries.
They got the money. They got the money. They're gonna make. They spent what? How much? 500 million on the Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah, I want to say, like, they've already spent upwards of $1 billion.
Oh my
on
God.
this God
God of War?
No, their Lord of the Rings show.
Yeah.
They've, like, said, like, oh yeah, we've already, like, spent money on, like, 4 seasons worth of this show. So
Oh my God.
Okay,
That's
so
too
I guess
much.
I guess
That's
we know
a-
we're going to get a 4th season.
That's well. What if it doesn't
I know.
get good reviews?
Old Thing is back. Remember Lord of the Rings?
Oonga boonga. Oonga boonga. That's literally movie studios now. Old thing, money. New thing, need money. Make old thing again. It's perfect. It's genius.
Leviticus 2:17. Old thing is now new thing.
Yeah, I think that was in the Old Testament. I think
yeah,
somewhere
yeah.
there.
Remember when God said, like, from the heavens, he just came down and said, "What if you did another Star War?"
I think that was the 11th Testament.
Oh my god.
I think so.
7th book of Samuel, yes.
Yeah.
I read that. I was like, Lord, you're speaking to me.
Those were one of the lost testaments, I think I remember.
Don't steal, don't kill,
yeah.
don't attack people.
Yeah.
Make another Star Wars.
Make another Star
the
Wars.
11th
There's
canon.
always time to make another Star Wars.
Yeah.
Everyone loves Boba Fett.
Borba Fett.
One of them has a gun. and a sword, but it's like a flashlight.
What is going on?
I remember, Josh, there was an image, a tweet out there where it's like, yo, Star Wars fans are so fucking weird nowadays. They're just like watching a show and they're like, oh my gosh, Bing Borg Dick Shipe is in this episode. This is amazing.
Glup Shitto.
Glub Shitto is in this episode.
Oh my god, Glup Shitto is back!
Back!
It's funny because it's true.
It's true.
I've been watching an episode of Obi-Wan. I'm like, yo, that guy was here? This movie's so meta.
It's so meta. I feel like that's with every fan base though. Like if you do like League of Legends, the Bionicle,
Lord.
or like any video game, it's just like you're gonna find a name that you're just like to an average person is like Gazoon type.
The hell is a Garen?
What the hell is a Toa? You mean
Yeah.
it's a Lego? Like the toy Legos? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Leave my house.
And then I'm about to head out. I just disappear.
Hell yeah. No, like you roll up in like that one Bionicle.
Oh,
that,
the
like,
Borok?
yeah,
Yeah,
that, and
yeah.
just That's for everyone who loves Bionicle lore.
Which is me and Alec.
That's
Yeah. I was about
Two
to-
people.
I was like, yeah, I was more of a Lego guy myself, so I'm gonna just chill here.
Oh.
Unga boonga.
Oonga boonga. Sam, I gotta ask, because you talk about these two particular games religiously. Silent Hill or Resident Evil? Which one would you want a good movie out of? If you had to choose just one.
I've got a complicated answer to that.
Okay.
We've
got time for that answer, and then that's
Oh,
let's hear
man.
it.
I don't know which one I would want because I think Resident Evil has more potential as a film to be adapted because it's Resident Evil is already borrowing so many of like famous film tropes in terms of like zombie thing that like, and I think it's like the atmosphere of it, specifically of like those first two games, is so rock solid that I think it's so ripe for adaptation. I think you can do so much with it. Silent Hill, on the other hand, I think I like the original Silent Hill games more than I like the original Resident Evil games, but I think they work better as games than
Yeah.
anything else. I think if you tried to adapt You can make a Silent Hill movie work, but I think it works best in an interactive medium, which is ironic because out of all the Resident Evil movies and all the Silent Hill movies, I think the Silent Hill movie is better than any Resident Evil movie we've gotten. Mostly because the Silent Hill movie feels like it was adapted by someone who gave a shit. Like, it feels like, oh, this was made by, like, a fan of Silent Hill who wanted to make a Silent Hill game. Yeah. Whereas Resident Evil 2 onwards feels like someone, like, wanted to make a movie and was like, they're not going to let me make a movie unless it has Resident Evil in the title. So fuck it. Because Resident Evil has the first movie, which is like a prequel to the games, and then Resident Evil Apocalypse, which is like a loose adaptation of Resident Evil 3.
Yeah.
And then the third Resident Evil movie is not associated with the games at all. It takes place in the desert and is a Mad Max ripoff.
Oh.
It's weird. And then the fourth one, and then from there on, they have like absolutely nothing to do with any of the games. There was no storyline. Every now and then you'll see a character show up and be like, that's a neat cosplay of that character from the game. But the movie has absolutely jack shit to do with Resident Evil after that. There was a reboot that came out last October, which I'm pretty sure I was the only person in the theater. And I was really excited for that because that one promised to be like, okay, we're actually going to adapt the games now. But they made the really bizarre decision to adapt Resident Evil 1 and 2 at the same time, even though those stories do not merge well. They take place weeks apart with entirely different casts of characters in entirely different situations. And like, why are you doing this?
That's so fucking
But why?
And
Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
And the result feels like a fan film for better and worse, both of the time. Because the visuals of the movie, it's clear they've gone to a lot of work to make it look like Resident Evil. As a fan, I'm like, oh, that looks like Resident Evil. But it also feels like a fan film in the sense that they had no money for this. They spent all of it on Leon S. Kennedy's police outfit, and then they were done. They were like, what do you mean? We have
Money's
enough.
out?
What do you mean we don't have any money? We have to. There's a police station and a mansion. You can have a tiny mansion. You can have a green screen police station if that was okay.
Big
I don't get. Okay, sorry, I don't understand that. How the fuck does like the other Resident Evil games with Mila Jovovich, thanks. They're like $100 million movies. How the fuck is that? And then you go to this Resident Evil. What was the budget for this new one?
Ask.
I don't remember. I want to say it was like 30-40 million.
What?
What's it called?
Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City.
That's insane.
I'm curious about the budget for this too.
Because like those films aren't good, and they're clearly like, it's like what was it, Paul W.S. Anderson? It's his wife, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna cast my wife in every film now.
Wasn't his wife for the first movie?
Oh yeah.
25 million USD.
Okay, that makes sense.
Bruh, that makes a lot more sense.
25% of the budget of a Paul W.S. Anderson Resident Evil film. That's not fair.
No.
That is not fair.
Yeah.
What?
The Mila Jovovich movies get very bad.
What would you, if you had to like, what am I even saying? If they all suck, then it doesn't matter.
No, I have a ranking.
Okay, go for it. Rank the movies.
So the Mila, in terms of the Mila Jovovich movies, I would go Apocalypse.
Okay.
The first one. Afterlife, which is the fourth one.
Okay.
Then, what's the fifth one? Retribution. Then Extinction. Then the final chapter. The final chapter is the worst one out of all of them.
That sucks.
Apologies to Jamie Rebnall if they're watching this, because I know they're a big fan of Retribution for some reason. I'm glad you see something in it.
Jamie Rebnall's great, though. He has seen more movies than I will probably ever see in my life.
Oh, yeah. I think they said that, like, they watch at least 3 movies a day, which is insane to me.
That is insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I think we're off to a good start with this. I think I think this interviews are a good idea. I think we're off to a good start with these. It's a fun time. And Sam, this is not the last time you'll be on our interviews.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We'll talk way more in future episodes. So
Yeah.
to wrap it up and put a bow on it, this was the Real Talk interview. I feel like we should change the name at some point. Maybe have it a little bit more encompassing what this is. But
Yeah.
we hope you guys enjoyed us ranting for about an hour straight about movies
Oh,
and
yeah.
video games and Grill Dad.
Grill
If you
Dad,
enjoyed the
man.
video,
Yeah, we really waffled on
It's
about like so
fine.
many different things. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
No,
It's
it's
fine.
amazing. I love that.
if you enjoyed the video, leave a like. Comment what you enjoyed the most. Comment how you'd like us to improve in the future. Smash that subscribe button. Check out our Instagram again. And check out our Patreon if you want to support the channel. Sam, it was a pleasure having you.
It was a
Sam,
pleasure being here.
You're amazing, man.
Alrighty.
You
and-
are too. Both of you. Thank you
Aw.
again.
And
Aw,
with that, we will talk to you guys next time.
Next
Peace.
episode.